Yo, what is good, my fellow Magic Knights? It is your boy, DEADMANVINCE, back with yet another Black Clover mobile video. I actually want to talk a little bit about, I was going to do a video kind of talking about the first anniversary in general and the things that we need to see in the first anniversary to kind of improve the state of the game. I'm going to leave that video for another time because they have just given us kind of like a little update on something that is coming for the first anniversary. And guys, I've been saying forever now that level 125 is coming for the first anniversary. It was pretty obvious because when we're looking at Leona was level 125 when they were first like teasing her, and that just wasn't in the game yet. And then when they dropped Leona, they didn't drop level 125, and I was like, the first anniversary is not too far away, so that's more than likely going to be that nice little pinpoint period where they like to drop it. So let's go ahead and get into this and see the breakdown on Mage Transcendence. Thank you for your patronage of Black Clover Mobile here and after. I'm Kim J. Chol, the producer of Black Clover Mobile. In this PD development diary, I would like to talk about the Mage Level Transcendence update plan for the first anniversary. There will be adjustments and improvements to the content related to the training of and the Mage's wealth. Training and associated wealth. Content related to training mages and the associated wealth. There we go. To avoid confusion in future updates, we would like to explain the intention behind the Mage Level Transcendence feature and the direction in which it is being developed. Now, guys, I did actually just read through these patch notes, not patch notes, but I just read through these myself just to kind of like see what they were talking about, you know, see how Level Transcendence works, and I'm already kind of like digesting a lot, trying to figure out exactly what they mean here, right? So look. First of all, Mage's Level Transcendence refers to the expansion of a mage's maximum level, and it is content that will be available to the mages who have achieved LR rank and currently a current maximum level of level 100, regardless of a mage's initial rarity. In the current month's Black Clover Mobile, mages are designed to grow up to level 100, but once Level Transcendence is implemented, they will be able to grow up to a maximum of level 125. Now, one thing that I noticed right here is, this Asta's already level 125, but has no duplicate stars right here. We'll get a little deeper into that. I'm just saying, pay attention to the little details. But like maybe this one right here is not so much a detail to pay attention to because like these are just development pictures, so who knows? But from level 100 to level 125, every time you achieve a status transcendence in level 5 increments, you can gain potential status. The transcendence section adds general stats such as stamina, hit rate. Hit rate is crit rate, I'm pretty sure. Damage reduction and speed, which is really good because you can't boost your stamina, you can't boost your stamina naturally, but you can't boost your speed with substats. So it's good that something else is going to be boosting character speed. Mages can further strengthen the skills that they already have. Alternatively, they can acquire level transcendence exclusive passive skills that can be used meaningfully in PvE content. Now, here's what kind of confuses me already. Mages can further strengthen the skills they already have. They probably are talking about their overall kit, right? But when they say it like that, it makes it sound like we can already boost characters like skills as well. And I will let y'all know, like, spoiler warning, I have gone through this and I've not seen anything about like skills being upgraded or changed or anything like that. So weird choice of wording there. And granted, this is like a translated thing, so like this isn't going to be the one-to-one exact like words that they're saying. So you can see this Asta here is now 110, and let's see, 33026, 33026. So you just unlock level 110 here, and it makes it look like he's level 1. Yeah, he's already level 110, so this right here doesn't matter, because this isn't changing at all. His combat power isn't changing, so this doesn't mean anything for certain just yet. Now, right here, when attempting to level transcend in 5 level increments, the main material required for level expansion are the mages whose maximum level you want to expand. 1 mage piece of the same grade, universal mage piece, unique mage piece, all-purpose mage piece, a certain amount of fuel, and mage experience potions. A total of 5 mage pieces of the same rank are required for 1 mage to complete level 125 transcendence. Additionally, in the case of unique mage pieces, you can also use unique mage pieces for a mage other than the one you wish to level up. Now, the thing that's kind of unfortunate is this says you need a mage piece per 5 level increment. So that would mean you need 10 copies or 11 copies of a character if you really wanted to max them out. And whenever they release level 150 and level 175 and level 200, that would mean you would need to keep getting more and more and more and more and more copies of mages. Now, with SR and rare characters, that's not that bad. With SSR characters, oh, you gotta get 5 more copies. Now, I'm hoping that this translation is just wonky, and what it's saying is, if you want to get your character to level 125, your character must be 5-star. I think that's a very solid compromise, right? Level, you can go level 105, you have him 1-star, 110, you have him 2-star, so on and so on, right? Because there's no reason that people should be trying to get 10 copies of a mage, 11 copies of a mage, that is. So, actually, if you think about it, grand scheme, you need 5 copies of the mage to even get him LR. You can get them from their affinity, but still, that's 5 copies needed. So, you're telling me we need 15 copies of the mage to get them maxed out now? Like, there's no way this could cost extra mage. Like, if this update comes, when this update comes, if I'm looking at it and it's like, all right, bro, 5 more mage pieces, I am going to be mad as hell. Because, like, I don't understand why games do things like this. Where it's like, people keep summoning, people get their SSR, like, crystals and everything. And, like, yes, there's a little warning to not use the crystals, but it's just like, when you have everything 5-star and everything, it's like, why even bother keeping extra copies of the character if you need other characters to get done, if you need other characters to get worked on? I just don't understand what they're going with this. If they make it in a way where it's like you can go to level 125 if your character's 5-star, then I'll be chilling, I'll be fine. But if you gotta get more copies, I'm gonna be pretty pissed, because, like, that's stupid. Not even from my perspective, but, like, free-to-play players' perspective. Why should they have to go and get, like, 10, like, 11 copies of a character when they just want to use the character to full capacity? It's already gonna be hard to get them 5-star. Then you also have to get 5 more copies to get a level 125, bro. Like, and these passive potential skills that you get from getting to level 125, these passive skills aren't going to be like character kit specific. They're not that kind of passive skill. They're like the kind of passive skill that's like, oh, you get more Yule in these kind of stages. You get more, you get better drop rate in these kind of stages. So, like, it's literally to increase the farming experience, which is a good thing for free-to-play players. But making you have to summon 5 copies of a character first, and if you have to summon 5 copies for the Transcendence, that's making you choose 5 copies, and choosing in between 5-starring a character or getting that level 125 is just stupid as hell. It just doesn't make sense. Now, if it does actually depend on the stars and stars being filled in, determine this, like, then that's really good. But other than that, if it's another way, then it's dumb. It's stupid. There's no reason. They already need to fix it. If gaming always drops stuff, they need to fix instantly. All right. Basic structure of mage growth and expectation for level transcendence. Next, I'd like to explain the intention behind level transcendence feature and what improvements we're planning to make to the Black Clover mobile instruments even more enjoyable for mages. First of all, as I mentioned, the previous article, PD Development Journal. Increase the number of times you can enter the advanced equipment palace. So the advanced gear dungeon sucks balls. You can only get, like, those new gear sets they added, and that's not bad. But what's bad is you can't choose any type of gear set that you need for a guaranteed piece. So we're kind of stuck in the same spot, really, because what we want is a chance to get guaranteed, gold star attack, gold star defense, gold star speed, gold star this. I don't care about those brand new sets, because I can just get those doing regular farms too. You're just locking me to try and get those sets versus let me choose any kind of set that I want. They could have definitely done that better. It's cool that we have a stage that gives us guaranteed gear drops, but there was definitely a better way to execute. One of the problems with the current Black Clover mobile is that even if you get the mage you want through special gacha, after that there's a long time-consuming process of acquiring and strengthening equipment. So regardless of the development intention of the mage, the value of the mage is decreased in both PvP and PvE content. Amidst the process, we are currently unable to provide a clear direction for mage development. Now, that is very, very true. Mage value does decrease in PvP and PvE, considering the fact that you have to put in long grinding sessions, amounts of work into getting the mage built up to the mage that you want them to be. You can literally see my account where I have nearly every character all 2-star. And when I say nearly every character, I mean every character except for one, right? Every character in my account is 2-star except for the new Kahana. But every single character in my account is 2-star at the very least. And I want to get them 5-star, but 5-star takes a really long time, and I gotta get them their skills up, and I gotta get the gear from them and everything, right? Gear is always the most tedious part, because you run out of food, and then your gear farm isn't as bountiful as you want it to be, for the rest of the day. And also, it's just like you have the food and you use the guild buff, and sometimes you go in to do your run for gear and it's just repeat pieces. It's not even different pieces. Like, there's not even a big variety of pieces. You're just getting repeat pieces. So like, another reason why them not adding all the gear sets to the guaranteed dungeon is just a stupid ass idea. But like, I'm not gonna rage out. Y'all seen me rage out at big gaming before. I'm gonna keep it casual, cordial this video. In order to solve these problems, we have made various updates in the past, easing the difficulty of acquiring LR equipment, easing the difficulty of acquiring mages through the renewal of Door of Encounter. We have been improving the basic structure related to the so-called round trip, such as improving the convenience of knighthood buff. It is true that there are still many areas that need improvement when it comes to training and utilizing mages. Therefore, we have decided to make Level Transcendence update a major turning point. Now, I've been saying maybe they're waiting until the first anniversary to drastically, like, really change the game. And yes, this is obviously what's going on, but it doesn't matter that they're saying we need to drastically change the game and this is what we're going to do. All that matters is when we get into the game on the first anniversary and these new things are implemented into the game, does it feel different? Does it feel like more, right? Because sometimes they say we're gonna do new content, and then new content is old content with extra little like missions attached to it. No, it's stupid as hell. We need actual new content. Let's look. Therefore, we decided to make a major turning point. 1. Presenting a direction for sustainable growth. 2. Improve the experience of mage growth and acquiring various goods. 3. Reasons for mages to exist depending on PvP or PvE content. I'm going to try to design it more clearly. Through the content, we clearly establish a circulation structure for necessary basic goods. We plan to ensure that each and every one of you wizards have worked so hard to acquire is put to good use and not wasted. So, like I said, I already looked at this earlier. Basically, something that they're kind of like trying to break down here is we want to make sure that once we release this next kind of like form of growth for your characters, that you're not depleted on materials, because you didn't have to farm a billion materials if you didn't want to at the start of this, right? But like, more so we want to make sure that you can maintain the materials that you have after we update, and we want to make sure that you can continue to get those materials, recuperate those materials very easily. That's basically what they're trying to say here. Now, presenting a direction for sustainable growth. Sometimes you boost your characters and you kind of feel like, yo, where am I supposed to use this character? Because PvE content has been the same since like the start of the game. They've added a few new things here and there, but like basically PvE content has been the same for the most part. So it's just like the same characters that you already had already work. Maybe there's a chance a new character works better in the stage, and then, you know, you can switch out the character on your team if you want to try it out for shits and giggles, you know, blah, 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 etc. But then the main reason why you work on the characters for like PvP, you want to just kind of like test them against other characters and stuff like that, because there's no new refreshing content for you to even think about switching your team. Why fix something that, you know, isn't broken, right? Improve the experience for mage growth and acquiring various goods. Like I was saying earlier, some of the passives that they're going to be doing for mages are going to be things that boost the drop rate of certain things in certain stages. So like, they're already trying to, you know, that is something that they're already trying to like implement and list out to us in this notes right here. Reason for mages to exist depending on PvP or PvE content. That more so is kind of like leaning on the having specific passives for specific different things in different like areas of the game, right? In order to acquire the necessary wealth for growth, you must consume stamina, a basic wealth required for playing content. So the speed at which you may grow may vary slightly from person to person. In the big picture, we hope that the content below will provide a good experience for players to acquire the currency needed to develop their mages and equipment. Mage growth coins provided for each content. So, mage growth coins. And I don't know if that's supposed to say coins, but like, distinguish content project intention. So they're just trying to show you what each thing is kind of like meant for. So, mages, right? I guess it's saying getting extra mages. The Door of Encounter and Raid. I don't know what they mean by Raid, because Subjugation Battle, Battle Gigas, I guess, because that gives you a general like star dupe that you can use. The previous season mage acquisition path, acquire growth assets such as skills, talents, and transcendence. So pretty much what it's saying is like, it has these things on each level, and then you kind of have like the reason behind it, right? So the Door of Encounter is here so you can pick up previous seasonal mages. The raids are here so you can acquire growth assets such as talent, skills, and transcendence. Cool. Equipment. Normal challenge palace of demons. Basic for acquiring LR. Advanced equipment palace. A scam. LR equipment drop. A scam. Not LR equipment drop. specified LR equipment drop of like 1 of 4 sets. Be honest. Vic Gaming. Yule. Turquoise Forest. Equipment Yule required for training a mage. So, so the Turquoise Forest looks like it's going to change from experience to Yule mainly, and then it says we want a new PvE for experience potions, right? So like, I don't really care. I'm cool with the dungeon now. I'm always down for them to drop a new dungeon that drops potions even faster. Like, cool. I'm always down for them to give us easier ways to get stuff, even though I'm already kind of like on the back end of it, and I've already like done all the intense, crazy, insane farming that you need to do, right? Mage Peace Exchange. Shared SSR Mage Peace, or SSR Shared Peace Exchange improves. SSR Mage Peace and Skill Page Exchange improves. And then Food Crafting Ingredients and World Medals improved. Now, this right here is probably the most interesting one in my opinion, because we already have ways to get mages for free through shops, exchanging materials. They're going to improve it. So when they say they're going to improve it, they're either going to A, add more instances that you can get it in one sitting, or B, they're going to make it cheaper for you to get, or C, even add a new currency or switch it to a different currency that's a little easier for you to acquire to get that. The one thing that's really got me excited though is World Shop, because I've recently done the math for how many points you need in each world so that you can buy like all the materials. Not all the materials as soon as the month resets, but like all the materials, and then also have leftover sitting medals so that you can get everything every week when it resets every week for the month, right? I've done the math for all of that, and that is a lot of medals you need. And one thing I'm already hoping that they do with the world medal improvement is, I'm hoping they make it so that, bro, it's a simple change. Doing normal gives you 1 medal per drop. Doing hard gives you 2 medals per drop. Doing nightmare gives you 3 medals per drop. It makes no sense that all the stages give you 1 medal per drop, knowing how many you have to farm each month is ridiculous. Regarding the expected shortage of goods after the level transcendence update, here's what I was talking about earlier. We plan to resolve it by preparing additional sources of acquisition through new content. Now, Vic Gaming, this is your test, this is your trial. When you say new content, it has to actually be new content, not old content rewashed with a new extra thing slapped on. Like, dude, when you gave us Battle Gates and you gave us a little like battle, modifiers for each stage, whatever, you gave us back the pig. All you did was put makeup on it, if you understand my drift. Give us something different. Give us something actually new with good rewards. I'm holding Vic Gaming to this because they're talking so much about new content, improving. Now, shut the hell up. Yeah, I can't believe it until I see it, because y'all are some jokesters and y'all be playing around. Or improving existing content in accordance to the planning purposes and intent. We will conduct more thorough balancing tests to ensure there is no inconvenience when using the relevant content. In addition, we have not held any events with increased stamina or half stamina since February. Yeah, we know, you dickheads. When playing the event, there was a clear tendency in both Japan and Korea to focus on using up too much stamina other than assets during the event. So basically what they're saying is, whenever they do have stamina events, people were too fixated on using all of their stamina versus actually trying to acquire the stuff. It was like, who cares about the other stuff that's going on during this half stamina event right now? I'd rather just spam the dungeons that are regularly too expensive with half the stamina. I'd rather just do that. We decided not to hold the event as we are concerned that holding high ratio event could have a greater or lesser impact on the wealth balance improvements that we are currently preparing. Nah, that's stupid as hell. You need to keep doing half stamina events. That's dumb as hell. I can't understand the reasoning behind this. You should have just kept sprinkling in half stamina events. You should just provide more content and make it more effective, make it more efficient in a way where we using the half stamina gives us more. Because with the Gate of Destiny, it worked one way that worked for the player base. Then they got rid of it for like a month and they fixed it, and it was even better. It made more sense. They have the ability to make things make more sense, and sometimes they just don't do it. Why do we not see this since February, bro? Just make it make more sense. Sprinkle it in places where it makes sense. Give it. We're not gonna get into it right now. This isn't even the full patch notes for the anniversary, guys. Goodness gracious. Let's see. The effects gained through the increased amount of stamina gained in the half stamina event were, we plan to prepare in such a way that players can customize their level to suit their individual circumstances through things like level transcendence, exclusive passives, night buffs, cooking, and more that can be acquired through level transcendence. In the case of level Transcendence, exclusive passive skills mentioned earlier, they can be broadly divided into PvP or PvE specific skills or status enhancements. In particular, so what I said earlier was wrong. Not all of them are going to be you'll just stage acquisition types. There are also going to be status enhancements. In particular, the PvE specific skills are planned to allow players to more efficiently acquire Yule currency that is essential for acquiring and training equipment and high level equipment, and will be structured so that mages who have a relatively low selection rate can possess the corresponding passive skills. Mage, Veto, and this is not Third Eye Veto. This is regular Veto. Jack, Nozel, Charlotte, Leopold, Fauna, Mars, Raya. Now, this is cool because they're automatically trying to give some really bad characters like extra use. Like Veto is horrible, Nozel is horrible, Charlotte's good, but I feel like her time is coming. Leopold, I won't say is horrible, but I'm also not willing to try him because he's Leopold. Fauna's good, but she lost steam fast. She just gets hit too hard. Mars is still good. Raya is absolute doggy shit. Oh my gosh, I can't stand that bastard. Passive effect granted at level 125. Your earnings plus 20%. Then, equipment acquisition effects. 7 types. 7 different types of Yule boosting effects. 7 different types of acquisition. Oh, so if I can get the team that I use to farm experience potions all to level 125, that means all 4 of these characters. Oh, dude. Who would I even use though? I guess Fauna, Charlotte. These choices are not looking too appealing. I guess Raya. I hate her. Okay, Yami, William, Fuego, Rill, Kyoto, Raddies, and Lotus. Equipment item drop rate 20%. So could I use this in the gear dungeon? You know what? This might not be as bad. Upon second read, now that I'm looking at this is giving me more hope. It is expected that some of the mages listed above may not have acquired the mage skill, or may have acquired it but not developed it. Therefore, we are planning to improve the mage piece exchange so that you can use the pieces remaining from leveling other mages to exchange them for mages with transcendence passives you'll desire. We will strive to improve the environment so that all mages coins can function meaningfully. So this right here is saying we're going to make it so that this has to be different than the 5-star, because the 5-star you can only use mage specific pieces for the 5-star, versus this you can use any SSR like piece so that you can get these extra levels. So like, unfortunately, it looks like, yeah, we are fucked for this, but like it's not all bad, I guess, because you can use any SSR piece, but like still though, having us have to use 5 more duplicates after already getting the character 5-star is just so stupid. It's bullshit. I feel like it's insane. In addition, by forming a team with only mages who have the Transcendence passives that increase the efficiency for acquiring equipment such as Yule, you can now acquire equipment and skills more efficiently. It will be possible to create a more diverse team of mages than before. While it will be easier to progress through higher level content, I hope that in Arena we will be able to use different team compositions tactically and less effort than what we have now. Among the contents of the upcoming 1st anniversary update for existing mages, we spoke about the details of Mage Level Transcendence feature, which may have excited but also worried them in terms of money and other aspects. For those mages who have adapted to the current game environment and are already playing, we felt that if we didn't share these aspects in advance, the planning intention of the update might not be fully conveyed when the update is actually released, or there might be concerns about new content, so we organized a big picture of content in advance and shared it with you. That's cool that you give us a big picture on new content, but you have to actually release the content in a timely manner for this to mean anything. So, Vic Gaming, don't screw yourself. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. You have a history of that. You're like Megan Thee Stallion right now. We are currently conducting internal discussions and balance tests from various perspectives to see if there will be any burdens or difficulties that mages will face after the implementation of Mage Level Transcendence content. We will do our best to develop content that can be enjoyed fairly by mages, new, returning, and existing. I'm gonna be real with you, bruh. You're already not doing this because we have to get 5 more SSR crystals to get a character to level 125. That's not gonna work for free-to-play players. So you've already butchered this, but hopefully my interpretation and the translations are incorrect, and the Transcendence is actually linked to the stars a character already has. If I have to put in new stars, man, that's gonna be useless. That's stupid. Man, Vic Gaming, you work so hard to make yourself the enemy. I don't get it, man. We'll provide more details regarding Mage Level Transcendence in future announcements. Once Mage Level Transcendence feature is implemented, you will receive a GM gift box in your mail, which will contain an SSR shared mage piece when used. This is salt in the wound here. You need 5 mage pieces per character for the 84 characters they have in the game and the 85th character they're going to drop for the game. And they're going to give you 1 shared mage piece to use. 1. Yeah, absolutely stupid. This is... I'm trying to stay optimistic, but Vic Gaming has failed us too many times in the past. Like, I'm really trying to. But, like, this sounds really bad, honestly. This sounds so bad. Like... having to get 5 more copies. Granted, they're not the exact character. You don't need the exact character's copies, but still. Having to get 5 more SSR crystals in general from somewhere just so you can get, like, level 125. It's just the dumbest shit I've ever heard. The dumbest shit I've ever heard. How is it the first anniversary, and we're going from needing 6 copies of a character to max them out, or I'm sorry, we already need 11 because you need the 5 from their affinity. Then you need the other 5 to get them 5-star, and obviously you need the first copy of them, right? That's 11 pieces you already need. How are we going from needing 11 pieces for Transcendence to, and I'll be fair. The 5 pieces are in your, like, affinity, so I won't even count them. You still need 6 pieces to get a character 5-star, and now we need 11? We need 5 more SSR crystals? That's ridiculous, man. Big Gaming... get it the fuck together, dude. That's my second F-bomb. This video is not gonna do no money, but it's cool. It's whatever. Then also one other thing I wanted to point out. I am very happy about this. We have 1 month before the first anniversary, and unlike last time when they did 3 different seasonal banners over the course of 3 weeks right before the half anniversary, now they're gonna do 2 limited banners right before the anniversary, which is a double-edged sword. It's bad because they're dropping really good. Because, like, guys, newsflash, my take is Black Asta is still the best limited character that the game has seen. Mario Leona is the second best limited character the game has seen. Yuno is third, and then Julius is last. Julius is the worst limited character right now. When Noelle drops, she has a chance to shift the scales, or maybe even overtake Asta. Who knows? I'm not 100% sure, but still, that is where it stands right now for me, from my experience, from me doing PvP, from me doing content, from me doing everything. This is the number 1 limited here. This is the number 2 limited here that you want, right? So that's why it's a little tricky, because both of these 2 are coming out right before the anniversary. And it sucks because they're not on the same banner. Asta's banner is going to come out on the 30th of this month, and it's going to be here till the 12th of next month, right? Then Mario Leona's banner is going to be here from the 12th of this month to the 23rd of this month here, and then after that we get another update on the 24th or something in that window, because the anniversary theoretically is starting on the 25th. That's when the game released, May 25th last year, which is, oh dude, like, bittersweet road we had to travel down, because Vic Gaming be selling the bag. But I will say, I'm glad this game has made it to a year, and I want to see it make it to, like, years after this. So, like, Vic Gaming, whip it up, get it together, get in shape. But yeah, Black Ops is really good if you don't have them. Mario Leona is really good if you don't have them. And typically whenever these come back, the first time the banner comes out, it's like a purple ticket banner. The second time the banner comes back, it's usually like a regular, like, ticket banner. So, like, free-to-play players, get ready. You might be eating right now. But yeah, Black Asta is the best limited. Mario Leona is the best limited. I'm not even gonna go fully into detail right now, because I literally will just make a separate video for that in itself. But yes, very good. I'm saying this because this is a rerun month. This is really good because people have already summoned for Black Asta or Mario Leona. This is something you can do to pick up if you haven't, like, you know, finished up getting your copies, getting your skill pages, whatever. But at the end of the day, when Black Ops came out, everybody was summoning for him. It was the half anniversary. Everybody kind of like saved for that, I hope. Mario Leona came out right after, so that's a little more like, I don't know if you have that on standby, right? But, like, either way, this is a chance to get the 2 characters, and if you already have the 2 characters 5-star with a 5-star skill page like I do, this is literally just a time for you to save black crystals for the first anniversary. And also, they might try to sprinkle in here some random banners where it's like, oh, choose this skill page and get it guaranteed, blah blah blah. Like, honestly, I was thinking I was gonna do that so I can get Green Threader Fate Vanessa's skill page, but like realistically, I'm probably just gonna wait for the anniversary, because the anniversary is gonna have like, obviously it's not gonna have every limited character on it unless Noelle introduces a new rarity to the summoning system and she is a festival, not a limited character, because we have general release, we have the breakdown of characters. We have the OG 10 characters. Those characters are just like very basic, very cut dry, generic characters. You have general release characters, which is what comes monthly. Then you have seasonal characters, which also come monthly, but they're like the season 1s through 11s, right? Then you have limited characters. We could finally be getting that jump to festival character, because there are festivals. Like usually the hype banners are like festivals. Grand Cross is festivals. Dokkan festivals, right? This could have festivals as well, but what kind of festival? Magic Night Festival, Star Festival, who knows, right? But Noelle could be a festival mage, so she could be on a completely different tier than the limiteds, right? And what's funny about that is when season 2 was it? Yes. Because season 2 was Ghosh, Noelle, Yeah, because season 3 was Charmy, Asta, and Vanessa. So when season 2 dropped, that Noelle destroyed, obliterated, broke the game. I would not be surprised if this new Noelle destroyed, obliterated, broke the game. Noelle has won the popularity poll for like most popular character in Black Clover for like the last like 2 years now or something like that. It could be more years than that, but I remember seeing it for the last 2 years at least. But yeah, like Noelle's a very beloved character, and honestly, I was streaming last night. Somebody was like, another Noelle. I'm just like, bro, the last Noelle we got was the healer Noelle, but the last like offensive Noelle we got was season 2, because the other Noelle is a debuffer, and then the next one is like a healer. So it's just like it's been a little while since we got like a damaging Noelle. So I'm down for this. I'm cool with that. I still feel like maybe we could have paced it out a little bit better and had a different character for first anniversary, but like, who am I to judge? I'm not the developer. But yeah, rerun month, save up your stuff, or so I'm gonna press nice on this. I'm happy we're having a rerun month. Rerun month, save your stuff up, or get what you need right here. Either way, I can't really say it's a bad decision either way. It's good to save for the anniversary. It's also good to try to get your hands on these characters. But yeah, now I'm gonna just wait for the anniversary and just summon on Noelle's banner, and hopefully, not even hopefully, I'm going to get Threader Fate Vanessa's skill page from that. And even if I don't get it from that, there are other means that you can do to get the skill page guaranteed. So guys, that's it for the video. I don't want to put like a bad kind of like tone over the anniversary already, but like we've only seen a tiny bit, and they're telling us stuff an entire month in advance. So let's take a breather, let's calm down, let's see what we actually get. The anniversary could be phenomenal, and like I said, I gotta make a video talking about how the anniversary will actually go. How to go, So that's gonna be it for your boy DEADMANVINCE. I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, you can go down, leave a like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on the first anniversary. Let me know how you feel about Transcendence, and you think it's good, do you think it's boof? Let me know, because I think it's boof from what they're explaining right now. But if it comes out and it doesn't work how they explained it, then I will be satisfied. But you guys have a good one, and make sure to surpass your limits. Peace out.